this is one that honestly I fought and decided that this should have been the WWE Universal Championship match. Honestly, in my opinion, I understand why Goldberg and Brock got the higher nod, but honestly, in my opinion, Goldberg versus Brock is that level of dream match that WWE used to use on each and every WrestleMania when they first had the brand split, where they would put somebody from Raw versus SmackDown, whether if it was Bobby Lashley versus Umaga, whether if it was Shawn Michaels against Kurt Angle. It was sort of bringing two guys together that they really worked hard to keep themselves apart. Brock Lesnar being a part of the main roster, working limited dates throughout the year. Goldberg, a guy being brought back out of the past because of his video game commercial was so popular. But honestly, I think that the championship should always be featured on guys that are going to be on Raw and going to be on SmackDown each and every week. And, Kevin Owens had one hell of a run with the title. And Chris Jericho had one hell of a run being his second banana, the second in charge. He got himself over with the list. They had one hell of a friendship. They caused strife, and they were that group that, a lot like Legacy back in the day for me, kept people watching Raw because of the fact that Owens went on such a long reign with the title, even though a lot of the matches ended via the Hell in the Cell match, where Chris Jericho just came running down, locked himself inside of the cell, and basically made a Hell in the Cell match into a 2-on-1 handicapped affair. How are you going to win a match like that? They cheated so bad and so blatant. Even one time, Jericho running down and punching Kevin Owens in the face, making him get disqualified and making him the winner where he still kept his championship. Things as cheap as that, made it where I'm gonna keep watching to the point of I want to see these guys lose because I want to make sure that when they get their asses kicked, I want to see it. Well, it seems that these guys have split up due to the whole corniness of the Carnival of Friendship. I think I got that right, but I think it could have been the Festival of Friendship. Something like that. Where basically Kevin Owens didn't want to be looked at as a joke anymore. People are thinking that maybe they're splitting off and going their own directions, where Kevin Owens is going to be picking up the gimmick that he took after SummerSlam and actually becoming a Triple H guy with a whole sort of, as you can say, stable of Triple H, Samoa Joe, and Kevin Owens. We haven't seen that come to light, but right before Kevin Owens turned on Jericho, Triple H had a word with him privately, asking Jericho to take a hike, and we'll see if there is anything to play off of there. As of right now, there is no Samoa Joe match, so maybe you have, Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn actually getting inserted into this match, where basically Triple H sends out Samoa Joe trying to help Kevin Owens get the win. Sami Zayn, who's been having a program with Samoa Joe, comes running out to even the odds. And we all know that Jericho is going to be taking a little leave of hiatus after WrestleMania. Maybe you play into that whole deal. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, the program that goes all the way back to PWG and Ring of Honor, and them breaking into the business as the tag team together. That's never going to die. Even though before the brand split, they made it seem like they were going to different brands, basically saying that they were going to have one last fight to even the odds and say that was it. They even came out with the t-shirt that said "Fight Forever." Fun stuff with this match. It's just a shame that the United States Championship has to be sort of an afterthought in this whole deal. Roman Reigns won the United States Championship. I think he did have a break where he lost it for a minute, but then regained it back. But he held it from SummerSlam until WrestleMania. And honestly, like when I talked about the Intercontinental Championship, where it's like every single time somebody wins these secondhand titles, we say this is where they're actually going to put a light on this title. Ever since they've done the brand split, this is where we're going to make this title mean something yet once again. To me, honestly, I thought that this match was going to be in the top 3 matches of WrestleMania because of the fact the Universal Championship is going to be there. Now, with it only being a United States Championship match, I don't think it's going to get dropped to the pre-show, but I don't think that it's going to have a prominent spot on this year's WrestleMania card, even though these guys were heavily featured in the main event each and every week of Monday Night Raw. This belt has made this match sort of unforgettable, or I guess you can say forgettable. I think maybe I said that wrong. But this should have been a much higher deal. And I think that if the United States Championship wasn't featured in this match, it would be higher. I'm going to take Kevin Owens to get the win here. It's a shame that he has to drop from being United States. He has to drop to being the United States champion. But fun stuff should come out of this match, and we'll see what happens at WrestleMania 33.